Hello, this is Beta Ray Ben for Pixel Spank, and today I'm playing Castlevania. Subtitle Circle of the Moon, I think, although it wasn't on the title screen there, and the sticker on this has rubbed off significantly. So I've got two options: start a new game, or I can look at my previous save game, which was a level 51 vampire killer, 93.3% completed. I did that in a mere 57 hours and 59 minutes. Apparently I played this game a lot. We're going to go with a new game. Presume I get enough to write my traditional text. Yep. It is 1830 at an old Austrian castle. From the worshippers of chaos rise the plea for the return of the Lord of Darkness. Very, very slow text, isn't it? I had time to adjust my volume before it even ran out of time. There's the castle of dark illusions. That's most of the story, really, isn't it? Camilla, we crave the presence of the embodiment of suffering. The ruler of darkness. And she has resurrected Dracula. Done. Game over. I've waited for this moment to be awake again, to bask in darkness and feel the moonlight within. Count Dracula, I'm honoured to be in your presence. Indeed, though I lack my full power, we're preparing the rite to replenish your power. Stop, said Morris Baldwin and two other men. You cannot be allowed to taint the world. You, I remember, you were one of the vampire killers that sealed me. You've aged. It's our duty to see you banished. Amusing. To use my nemesis' life to return my power. I have no use for children. Begone. Yep. So that one of those is me. I forget which. Nathan and Hugh. Hugh Baldwin, Nathan Graves. I think I'm the one on the left, because the one on the right is like, well, you fuck you. I'm gonna go and save the day. No creatures around here. Hugh, are you okay? Yeah. We were just brushed aside and ignored. We have to find Master. I'll go. He's my father. Nathan, you'll be in the way. Just get out of here. They brought him along, but no. I want to find Master as much as anybody. So you play as Nathan Graves, not a Belmont. Is what I remember. The whip spin. That's most of this game to me is and whip spin. Alright. Come on. Break the lantern and you get something. A heart. Hearts, contrary to what you might think, are actually used to power your sub weapons in this. Nothing to do with healing. It's very confusing. Such a good game, this one. Let's go a bit faster, shall we? Just remember to slide. It can be used to damage enemies, but unless you kill them in one, you're more likely to hurt yourself with it. That's what I recall. The catacomb, yeah. Look, a card. Sweet, the salamander card. DSS. Attribute and action cards will create a specific effect. These can be set at the menu screen. DSS option. Very important to pay attention to that, because there's no way of getting that information back again. I don't believe it was in the game manual. If you ignored it like I did the first time I played this, with good reason I might add, you're boned. Another card. Yeah. Mercury. Okay. Right, we're on our way now. We can power up. Perfect. A room to power up in. Right, so we hit pause. We go DSS. Now if we combine... No. That both those... Alright. Alright, yeah, they're already selected, right? Got any items? I just remembered you have armor and shit in this. Alright, that's it. Examine them. Mercury, messenger of the gods, has the potential of strength. Okay, right. A lizard bathed in flames, embodiment of the fire spirit. Salamander has the power of fire. I already know what this does. You power it up and you get a flame whip. Uses a bit of magic, which does restore itself. I'm not strong enough to push that yet. So if you've ever played a Metroidvania game, this is what half that title comes from. There we go. Yeah, I didn't want the power turned on. Now here's the trick of this game. You get underneath the worms like this. You crouch, because the whip spins the same size no matter what. You hold the button down with, like, I don't know, something heavy. And then you just go and leave, because you gain experience forever. They'll never hit you. And you'll level up that way. Obviously I'm not going to do that now, but I have strong memories of doing that. Oh, and also you get these antidotes. Trouble is, right, there's no money in this game. There's no economy of any kind. So there's no item shops. There's no way of getting potions and shit. If I were to be poisoned, that antidote is one of the only ways to cure the poison, and it will. I think poison will just kill you, right? So there's no way of really being prepared for any fight in any way. Short of like farming enemies that might drop the occasional potion. Potions being a healing item. Let's go left. What I'll do is I'll have 10 minutes in this, and then I'll swap to the other save file. Because 10 minutes at the start of a Metroidvania is nothing. I've got daggers now. Yeah, see how good they are. They're pretty useless, not gonna lie. Oh no, poisoned. I haven't been poisoned, I'm fine. I am actually poisoned, aren't I? Yep. Well, you know what? I'm not going to cure my poison because I want to find out quite how, if it will kill me or not. I'm pretty sure it will. Leveling up might... No, it didn't cure it. I think when you're poisoned, it only hurts you to move. So you get this weird situation where if you've got no health and you know how far away salvation is. I know, my poison has ended. Alright, it's fine then. New enemies? Time for a new enemy? Yep, Earth Demon. These guys are strong. I'll power up for him. So, I've got a fire whip now, right? Different enemies have different sort of resistances to elements, shall we say. I presume there's some sort of logic to it. I don't know what it is. There's no bestiary in this game. There's no method of examining an enemy. So there's really no way of knowing other than just remembering the numbers. Dash boots. I can dash now. Right, I think the importance of this is it now just to jump slightly further. It's immensely satisfying whenever you gain a new ability like that. Piss off, zombies. Note the background. Apparently there's some kind of underground grave in this castle. In the catacombs. But still with the gravestones. It's odd, is what it is. It implies a lack of foundation, if anything. Right. Don't ever try and do this. If you play this game yourself, seriously, don't ever try and run through anything. It just doesn't work out well for you. This game is hard as nails. One of the reasons it was very hard on the original DS, incredibly dark, not DS, GBA. Like this right now is how when they released it they thought the game would look. I'm about to die. I've got very little health, I presume. I can't particularly see. Yeah, you crumble to dust. Yeah, it's very dark on the original Game Boy because when they made this, I think it was a launch title. They were given the the development kits for GBA, they were either backlit or just had a brighter screen in general. So they made this game very, very dark. And if you actually attempt to play the game, you realise you can't really see a whole lot. Cause note the shades of black in every respect. Right. First things first, I've got 354 hearts. That's a good sign. Status, good, right? I'm wearing a rainbow road and dual double grips. Okay, I'll assume me of the past sorted that out. Magic items. I've got dash boots, double jump, wall jump, the ability to tackle, the ability to push heavy things. Cleansing. Cleanse specific bodies of water. I remember this being good. Rock wing. You can basically just fly. And last key, which yeah, that's nothing really. And have I got all the I haven't got all the cards. There's 5 cards I haven't unlocked. But apparently I left myself on Neptune Mandragora. Plant attacks heal character while reducing. Oh, that's it. Yeah, once you figure out what an ability does, you actually get to use the damn thing. Right, let's leave that off for now. Note the amount of damage I can do now as well. 500 odds. Things are dying in my presence. Tackling. That's very fun. And this. Just the ability to shoot forward. Now this is God mode, isn't it? This is me clearly being much higher level. I can do just about anything. Double jump. Right, let's dick around with the magic, shall we? So we got a Neptune, Apollo, Diana, 3 plumes, Mars. Let's go with Mars, shall we? This one, it's a sword, isn't it? Yeah, Mars. His whole shtick is it turns your whip into a sword. I remember that. I also actually remember a cheat to this game. Oh, we're in a bear man and a spider woman. Alright, right, bear men. What are bears weakest to? Salmon? Venus. Venus is boring in that it increases to everything. And it's kind of crap. Right. Jupiter. Yeah, Jupiter's weird by the look of it. Damage, the invincibility duration is ×4. Yeah, okay. What about Mars' sword? Mars' everything is swords. Diana. Let's try Diana. Yeah. Yeah. It's not very good, is it? Maybe it'll hurt Spider-Woman more. Arachne. I'm sorry. I do secretly remember that this weapon I've got here, it's very powerful. If you can just get someone at just the right length, it's a crucifix that boomerangs back to you. If you can get them on the turning point, it'll just rinse them. I think there's holy damage, and obviously everything in this game is unholy, so that's the damage you want. A bomb is thrown, an ice ball is thrown, a rose is thrown, a stalactite is raised, a comet is dropped, poison bomb, a tornado, a lightning ball. Okay, so Apollo is the card of throwing shit. Oh right, yeah, Neptune. I know what it is. Basically, if you're fighting an enemy that does that kind of damage, it will heal you and reduce MP at the same time. All right, so down, right, down, up. Note those directions to do that attack, right? I'm only told how to do that because I figured it out at some point how to do it. When you get the cards, it's just blank. You have to figure out what they do. You'll go like this, and then if you're lucky, you'll get a sword or some shit. Nope. I'm trying to throw lightning, but I just can't figure it out right. It's down, right, up, plus attack. Down, right, up. Oh, right, that's it. Fuck me, there's a map. This is the map, right. Dracula is on this map. In fact, I believe he's actually directly above where I currently am. Because this is the very start of the game, isn't it? This is where we just saw, but this is me high level. Plus I can fly now. It makes the platforming very easy, doesn't it? Somehow hilarious when you slam into a wall, though. Yeah. It's a real pisser to get... There's a little secret area down there, isn't there? Huh. I mean, I'm here. I might as well check it out. Huh. That's weird. I think something went on there that I can't remember. Yeah, when you haven't got this flying ability... The first time you come back here, it's kind of a revelation. You walk in, you just immediately fall down and you're fucked. Because it just sends you right back to the start. I think there is some sort of quick travel eventually, but it's not strongly reliable. No. Right, thing is, I remember there's some sort of ability that is just a gun. Like legitimately, you just throw a gun or shoot a gun. Could be this one. That's a bomb. Right, I'm going to show you a cheat now. You do this. Pause the game when he's in power up. And if you change the card, you'll just get whatever card it is. Yep. I'm remembering now. The two I haven't got on the bottom, they're like light and dark abilities. But the ones on the top are a lot more intriguing. The reason I haven't got those abilities is because those cards they're not like they're not an item you... Oh shit, I didn't want that. They're not an item you can pick up. They're just around. Enemies drop them. That's what it is. Some enemies are rarer than others, but the drop percentage is set. So you can just try and farm an enemy to get the card you want, but you might never get it. I don't think. It's good to be powerful, isn't it? It's nice in a game like this to just go in a direction. Leather armor. Just remembered. Because there's no... Yeah, because there's no shop in this game. You pick up items. You just carry them forever. I've got 99 of them because that's how many you have. Yes. I seem to specifically remember this current set I've got to get Rainbow Road. To get that, you had to do some immensely difficult challenge involving what was it? Like a pit of 1,000 trials situation. You have to just kill a lot of enemies in a row with no respite. Only there is secret respite. One of his abilities, if you stand still, it heals you. And I remember some way you could cheat the system into using it, but I forget what it was. Or maybe that was the trick. The thing you have to do, the challenge, the great difficulty, you don't get magic. Most of what I can remember is that there was something you had to do that was difficult, and whilst doing it, you didn't get something that made it easier. That's as specific as I can be. Alright, so Fire Whip, Ice Whip, Thorn Whip, Earth Whip, Stone Whip, that's slightly different, Poison Whip, wait, Stone, Cockatrice. One of these is merely a gun, I'm sure. Attack with Tonfas. Oh, that's it. No, Mars isn't swords. It's different weapons with each thing, but the first three are swords. It's Hammer, Tonfas, Poison Claws, Sword Draw. Martial Arts. Yeah, alright. We're going to go for the Thunderbird. This is oddly cool, I seem to remember. It's deeply impractical, because oh yeah, this is teleport, isn't it? Yeah, this is the quick travel. There's just rooms that you can do this to. Right, we're going full bliss the whole way through. Gorgon. There's a Minotaur there. Thank God I'm so tough, eh? Apparently my slide attack, very powerful. I suspect I may have been slightly over leveled in this because I was fairly young when I played this. Look, little naked imps. Alright, let's try a new ability. I quite like the idea of tonfas. I believe they're those like nightsticks that police have. They are, yep. And they turn people to stone for some reason. Try not to question that. Oh yeah, you send the platform across. And then you have to race it to do something. Only I can fly, so I don't really have to worry. I don't know, you do still need the platform, because you get on it, and you have to slide into there to get whatever was up there. Only I've already done it, I can't remember what was up there. Presumably it was good, though. Poison armor. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit peaky. I'm gonna make use of the abilities of shit. Who is it? It's one of these, isn't it? One of them heals you. This one, yeah. Yep. Just don't move, and you will heal eventually. An enemy is near. He's just slightly out of attack range, though. Shit, can he hurt me? Don't think so. No. Have I got any items, I wonder? Any healing items? I've got 12 potions. This is what I mean about it being really harsh about these things. 12 potions. Bear it in mind how far into the game I was. Like 60 hours. I managed to accrue 12 potions. And a single meat. And apparently some other stuff that doesn't heal you, which makes it all completely useless, basically. Yeah, hearts, almost entirely useless. Magic is the only worthwhile way to heal in this. This makes me want Bloodstained, you know. There's loads of Castlevania games I haven't played, but I want a new one if I'm going to play a new one. Portrait of Ruin, never gave that a good chance. Area of Sorrow, that was a good one. The other one, I forget. Right, am I still poisoned? Possibly. No, I'm not. Alright, let's... I saw a cool sounding move a minute ago. A wind wave. This one sounds like fun. Behold. Yeah. Thunder whip spin. Despite the fact that I don't think anything can actually survive my whip attack, except that poison knight. See, now would be a good time for me to swap to that ability that makes poison heal me. Oh, there's nothing down there. Right. I'm running a lot. There was an ability that made me run and do something. If I can find it. Here it is. Yeah! It doesn't do enough damage to kill the enemies in one though, so it's completely pointless. Makes you feel good though, doesn't it? And I'm poisoned as well. I'll be fine. I'm invincible-ish. I think it's because they're spawning too slowly. There's a harpy up there. That's one of the great things about Castlevania, is the sheer ludicrous number of enemies. And I don't like. I mean, enemy types as well. And they're not. There is palette swaps and stuff, but they're all fairly different. Like, they'll have different attacks and shit. And they're all like. They're sort of all like movie monsters and stuff. Like sort of legendary movies. Like you walk. There's one corridor in this game I remember. You walk into it, and there's just like a Frankenstein's monster just in there sort of dicking around. I think there's 2 or 3 in this one corridor. It's the only place they are in the game, and you'll never see them again, and they're just there. It's very cool. Look, giant mantis. All right, these enemies use fire, so I'm going to use. We'll start with salamander. No, don't want that one. No, fire whip. We've seen fire whip. Flaming sword. Let's go a flaming sword, shall we? Actually, we're not gonna do that at all. We're gonna cheat. We're gonna go for one of the mystery cards, shall we? Oh, this one gives you a bat that shoots fireballs whenever you fire, it seems. Which means this whole card is probably just one that gives you, like, familiars. What did it drop? A hard ring. That is good. It's quite cool, isn't it? You fools. Fireballs everywhere. Alright. Let's try a different one. Well, this whole set is familiars. So I'll try one more. What would be a golem? Is it just a golem? No, it's a hawk. And the hawk... Oh no, this pounces on enemies, I seem to recall. Yeah. It's quite cool. Not particularly useful. But it looks pretty cool. Giant man-eating plant. It's fine. Killer bees. Also fine. Am I poisoned? I am poisoned. Yeah. Alright, let's try a new ability, shall we? We're going to cheat again. It's more fun, isn't it? Right, let's go with... See what the next one is. We'll stick to fire, because fire's easy. Right. Bit of slowdown caused by that attack. Very, very slight. Almost unnoticeable. Alright. I reckon this ability I've got now... Hang on, let me think. My stats haven't changed. I'm thinking it's magic. Yep. Yeah, this whole one is like summoning and it's big magic attacks. Which is cool, don't get me wrong. But it's also slightly boring. Which means I think the last one, it could be as much as transformation. I reckon this gives you, like, this may just give you a straight out gun when you shoot. Nope. Oh. Nope. It's a different kind of summoning magic. Huh. Let's go do it again. The confusing thing is how little of my magic meter gets used by doing that. I seem to remember that if you have the last two on both ones, it does something. Oh! Yeah, I remember this. Turns you into a skeleton. You throw the little bones and they just sod all. Those big bones do like 10,000 damage. But you also take that much damage. So you're incredibly vulnerable like this. Okay, well, I mean it does a bit of damage, doesn't it? Which means this... The last card might just be transformation in general. The fact that I haven't got it means it's rare and probably quite cool. I don't know what this does. Some kind of aura. Those mushrooms seem to spawn forever. Don't know if it makes me faster. I feel faster. I'm definitely not invincible with it. Let's leave. Crumbling walkway. What's on the other side? I must know. It's probably important. Probably was important, actually. Right, so that's clear. Oh, wait. I think it boosts my defense. That would make sense. No, I don't want config. I want to do stuff. Right, let's have the golem. Ah, this one just gives you a double in front here. It's very odd. It doesn't really, like, you can't. It doesn't absorb attacks, I don't think. Might throw enemies off. It's certainly a strange one. That's what you gotta love about this game. They give you a lot of nonsense, frankly. You can't pick up hearts either. Right. Okay, let's go with Mandragora, which is plants. Oh, something happened then. Did you see it? When I killed the enemy, there was like a flash of inspiration. Have I come from this way? I think I have, haven't I? Yeah, I remember the deadly plants. It's the only thing, when you're meandering like this, yeah, something happens when I kill enemies with this, but I don't know what. Alright, let's have another one. Manticore. Griffin. What does Griffin do? Oh, this is a cool one. Just makes you really fast. But not in the air, because they have to make it so you can't use it to, like, do jumps and shit. And also, the walking pace, I think, is specifically not faster than your ability to dash. So you can't use it to, like... Basically, you can't use it for progress in any way. It's very oddly balanced. I'm dying again. Right, let's use up an item. Antidote. Sorry, me of the past. I'm using these items you've saved forever, probably. I'll do that thing that heals me. I specifically remember that when you haven't got any cards, which you won't early on, and you use that cheat I've been using constantly, you just have to remember where shit is, and that 3 and 3 one, this one that heals you, is the most vital one. Because you can just duck into a room that's relatively safe, heal yourself, and carry on. Because there's not many save points, and they're the only things that will heal you and save your progress. None of this Dark Souls nonsense where when you die, you've got a chance to get your shit back. When you die in this, you're dead. You go back to a save point. Could have been 4 hours ago. Hey, maybe your battery's going flat. That's your problem, not the game's. You've just got to deal with it. Right, that's enough. Enough of that. I can't sit still for this long. Right, let's just get a power up. What did we decide they were? It was one was magic, one was familiars, and one was another one, wasn't it? Let's have another familiar, shall we? I think this was familiars. Although I'm now doubting that. This one was probably the magic. Yeah. Yeah, that would be Thunderbird magic. I'll let you in on a little secret. I've never completed this game. The end boss, Dracula, is immensely difficult. And as far as I was aware at the time, there was no way to cheese it. Evil hands. They're bastards. The thing is, though, I didn't really care because the whole joy of the game is in the exploration. And as soon as you get to the point where the only thing left is to kill Dracula, it's like, oh, well, I've done all the exploration. I've got all the power-ups and shit. I've killed all the bosses that would have given me stuff. That's how I rationalize it to myself. Thunderbird, save me. A little bit overpowered, really, isn't it? The only hard bit is actually putting the code in, particularly on a GameCube controller, because the control pad's not great. It's a bit small. Right. Well, I think we've seen enough of that for today. I'll end it by killing this knight with holy water. Yeah. Yeah, so that was Castlevania, possibly Circle of the Moon, possibly just called Castlevania DS. I'm pretty sure it was a launch title. It was one of the first two GBA games I've had. I'm aware I keep saying DS. That is a problem I seem to have developed recently. It's very good, actually, very good. Definitely worth playing if you could play it in any way on a mobile device. I don't know if that's even possible, to be honest. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.